What is up, guys? It's your boy Najo. Today I'm just going to give you a little video. I'm going to be doing a reaction. Well, not a reaction video, but I want you to watch this clip on YouTube because I think it's very interesting. So it's called Why Social Media is Running Relationships. Feel free to comment what you think, if you think this video is correct. I'm not really going to be commenting on it, but I just want you guys to listen to it and yeah, just give me your opinion if you have a opinion, you know. But I watched these YouTube couples called Josh and Izzy. So yeah, I'll start the video.
What up, y'all?
Josh and Izzy here once again.
And today we are back with another Eat and Chill.
Today's topic is...
You know, why social media is ruining relationships.
Why social media is ruining...
From our point of view. Obviously, we don't have hardcore facts, but...
Right. Okay. Lord bless this fruit that we're about to receive for the nourishment of our bodies. We thank you for the people watching. We thank you for their love and support, and we thank you for this relationship. These are the blessings we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. Oh, sorry, by the way, that we've been gone for a minute.
Man. Okay.
I'm not even going to give an excuse. We're just sorry.
Yeah.
Just sorry.
Just sorry.
That's it. Because we always, you know, try to butter it. We're going to, that's it. We're sorry. Let's go. Let's start this topic.
Okay, so, to start... I think that social media hinders relationships because social media doesn't give you a full scope of any situation.
That is so true. That is so true.
I like the way you started that.
I don't think social media gives you a realistic scope of anything in anybody's life, because on social media people are always trying to put their best foot forward.
Yeah, their best versions of their life is what people put on social media.
Yeah, rarely do you find situations where people will express what's truly going on in their lives, and I don't blame them. It's personal. Like, no one wants to put their entire life on blast, so you can't expect someone to put all their transgressions, all their problems, and all their issues.
I don't think it's an expectation, though. I think that people, influencers in particular, can do a little bit better with not having to put their stuff on blast, but being real. Like, I feel like what we do on this channel is real.
Yeah, we have real conversations with real problems, and we try to come up with real solutions. We haven't
blasted our business, though. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
I feel like there's a balance to it.
We haven't told
that people could do better.
Very true.
So that things aren't so disrupted in people's minds of what a relationship should be or look like, or...
Yeah. Because I think what people are expecting when they get into a relationship is for it to look like some of these social media influencers' relationships that are very materialistic, I want to say. Extremely materialistic.
That's what it all kind of comes from.
And I don't think y'all should fall victim to seeing love and materialism go hand in hand, because there's so much more levels to that.
Yes.
Because if I'm being honest, it's a real moment. I ain't rich and I can't give her a lot, but there's a lot of stuff outside of money that I bring to a relationship, and there's a lot of stuff outside of money that she brings to a relationship
that you can't show in a picture alone.
You can't take a picture of the kind of values that we bring to a relationship.
I feel like that was just a good example that sometimes people get really caught up in making sure everything externally looks great in their relationship and in their life when internally things are broken. So that was a good example. I just thought of that when you said that.
Social media needs more, I hate to sound cocky, but it needs more people like us. I
don't think it's cocky.
I don't want to sound like we're being conceited, but I think that social media needs more influencers to be real and talk about their problems, so that way it helps other people work through their problems.
Real life problems.
I would agree. I would agree.
That you're gonna go through.
Especially in relationships, because like no one really harps on the fact that communication can make or break you. Like I've never seen a social media couple that's like extremely successful, I guess, sit down and have those talks
with their following.
Yeah.
And that's something that kind of frustrates me, because I wouldn't say it frustrates me, but something I just know I would do differently if I was in those people's positions or whatever. And I know I used to think about that on my individual channel and platforms, like, oh, look at these big YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers and Instagram followers. I'm like, why aren't they doing more? Why aren't they genuinely trying to help changes and impacts positively in our generation and stuff? Because I know that's just what I would do if I was in that place. And now that I am, it's a good feeling to know that I'm like trying to be impactful in that way. Like I started doing this, I know I'm swaying real quick, y'all, but I started doing this Free Yourself Friday thing on my Instagram now, where it shows like a real raw, transparent side of me, where an example might be like I have one bomb picture, but for the Free Yourself Friday post, it'll show like my camera roll thread of maybe like 100 or 200 or 300 pictures it took just to get that one. So it's like a free yourself type of thing, especially for an influencer. I feel like a lot of people hold us to these high standards and think everything is perfect. Like that one shot took 1 second to take and then kept it pushing, or that video, or you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. It makes it seem so fantasy. Like you said, Instagram curtains, pull back the Instagram curtains. Glamour. Instagram glamour. Josh had worded it real nice. When I was trying to come up with a definition of what I was trying to establish as Free Yourself Friday, he was like, it's basically pulling back the Instagram glamour curtains and showing that real raw what it took to even accomplish this or blah blah. Relationship when that camera was off. And I guess we can kind of speak from that point of view of why we think social media can kind of ruin relationships, because not only is it your significant other, it's also like a business relationship type of thing if you let it get to that point. If y'all aren't really doing it for fun or for the hell of it and stuff, and you're letting social media run your life and relationship, essentially, it can fall apart. If you guys aren't on the same page about stuff, I know like we would argue over stupid stuff. Like I'm like, why don't you want to edit? Or we didn't agree on challenges and stuff like that.
We would literally sit in front of the camera and then film the whole thing, look at it, and be like, we didn't look like we liked each other. Right. It was terrible.
We were going through that.
And so that's why we took that big long break.
To refocus our relationship and realize what's important. And social media was not important like that. And making money was not important like that. And I can see how, especially like the bigger couples, when you're making that much money, I feel like you lose focus, honestly. If you guys don't have good communication, you lose focus on why you started the channel in the first place. It was to show off how much you guys love each other and how good your relationship is. But when you're bringing in all that money, y'all are all about business. And mixing business with pleasure can be, or business with personal, can be very, sometimes.
It definitely gets iffy.
Which is why when we do these eating chills, and like I said, we're not going to give you guys excuses anymore. Like, our relationship comes first no matter what. Like filming, that's what we do. It's not like let's do this today, let's do it. Because then it takes the fun out of it. It takes the joy out of it. It takes the authenticity, I think, from our relationship and translate it to you guys. And I feel like people can tell when stuff is fake.
And when you start trying to like, if we start trying to force ourselves to get out information that we would inevitably end up giving you just some stuff that we came up with off the top of our head, instead of it being like genuine. We have actual talks about these topics beforehand, and through those conversations that we have, we come to y'all with these videos. It's not like every week we're like, we need another video. It's not a business type thing at all. And we tried that though. We tried it. And it did not feel good. It didn't feel good at all. It felt like work. It felt like strain. And then we actually started like despising it. And then I think we low-key almost started getting mad at each other too. We did. Yeah, it was bad. She would get under my skin about filming. There'd be days I'd be like, I don't feel like filming today. But then we were like, we're holding ourselves to the standard of we're going to film this, that, and the third. Then I didn't like the pranks. God, because I could just see. We didn't really do anything. We didn't do anything. We caught that early. We peeped what it could do, what damage it could do. Because there was some times where I was just like, I felt very vulnerable. Because like sometimes it actually got me, and I was like, I don't like that feeling. I didn't like it, and I didn't like being put on blast on camera either, that I was being caught vulnerable.
Who put you on? What do you mean?
When we like made those films and like when you got me with pranks, some of those times
I did Spider and the Can't Kiss and the graduation, not graduating.
Yeah, but there was other times where you had pranks we just didn't even post.
Just thing that other couples, YouTube couples, would probably do, and like it would go viral. I thought of like ideas like that, which is toxic, and I'm glad that the prank it worked, but it didn't. The camera was blurry or something. God was working for our relationship and in our favor because there was a reason He did not want that video to work. So yeah, the things that people put out there just for views and money and stuff is toxic. Like these pranks, if you really think deep down on it, I got another girl pregnant, another boy FaceTime my phone, what's some other crazy ones, the baby isn't yours,
that kind of
you
stuff.
You don't do that type of stuff.
Like, you gotta think from a real life in perspective type of situation. Like, if she came to me and said something like, I'd be heartbroken. And then to top it all off, you put it on camera. Then you showed the world how vulnerable I was in that situation.
There's a lack of trust.
Yeah.
It starts developing.
It's not good. It's not conducive to positivity at all.
So therefore, trust is gone.
Trust
withers.
I think another thing is there's not a lot of, I guess, successful couples of color. I don't... There are some. Okay, don't get me wrong.
We don't know all of them, though.
We don't know all of them.
To be honest.
To be honest, yeah, we don't know all of them. But I guess in the limelight sense, there's a lot of drama that takes place with couples.
Okay.
So, like, famous couples usually go through a lot of drama. He said, she said, he did this, she said that. And people who used to idolize them are now mimicking their behavior. Which sucks. Because they're mimicking the wrong people. Whereas if they would find maybe not the biggest YouTubers in the world, but some smaller ones with like couples that are like us, I'm sure we're not the only couples of our kind.
That can just be real and genuine.
That just be real and genuine. I would hope that kids would look up to successful couples, even like Jay-Z and Beyonce. But even with that relationship, there was still some relationship issues.
But at least they were big enough to come out and be real. Like,
that's what I appreciate.
Stuff ain't cute and peachy hasn't always been great.
They were real about their entire situation, which is why I can respect it. I just wish a lot more people would be real about their situation, so that way they can get a better perspective as to what a relationship really looks like.
And people wouldn't give up so fast, though.
Man.
That's why divorce rate is so high. Things are so, like, instant gratification in this generation, and, like, people don't know how to fight for relationships anymore.
Yeah.
You know? I don't feel like communication is stressed enough.
I don't think so.
Through social media or anything, and maybe that's why people don't know how to fight for it, because they don't know how to communicate with each other. They don't know how to make it past this point that they've never seen before.
And I think another thing that social media does to kind of ruin relationships, it kind of just puts temptation across your face consistently.
That's a good one, babe.
It puts a lot of temptation across your face consistently over and over. It got to the point, I told her I stopped following females. Like, I literally went down the list. It was like
except your sister and my best friends.
Except for, like, her best friends and my sister. And my mama. But, like, I was just going on a unfollow spree because I just don't want, like, I think I caught on early that social media can brainwash you, and if you consistently put those things in front of your face over and over and over, it'll start to wear at you. So, just kind of taking a step back and, like, monitoring what I put in my subconscious, or monitoring, like, what kind of information I'm taking in. That's, like, why you should watch what you listen to, watch what you put in front of your face.
It's so sad when you think deep on it. It's so unfortunate because it's not just, when we say social media is ruining relationships, we're not just talking about YouTube or Instagram. It's like media all of it is media. Like,
media in general is not conducive to positive happy relationships. Sadly enough. And it's like, I don't know why it's like a trend or a popular to be an ain't shit nigga.
I just told you why.
It makes no sense. And it's sad because women aren't valued in the equation.
Not at all.
And women make up majority of the population of the earth.
But the sad thing also is there are some women who kind of make it hard for the rest of us. But yeah, I'm just trying to say all that to say that's an example of just not letting things get to you and not comparing something that you see that you like to your real life relationship, because like I said, when that camera goes off or when the video ends, you don't know what's really happening. You're seeing the best moments, or like Josh said, you're seeing the best moments of these people's lives. And I see these real head ass pictures. I feel like in high school if I saw them I'd be like, oh, I want that. But I see like on Valentine's Day people go crazy with these pictures, and like the guy is handing her 50 red roses with
teddy
all
bear
these,
that'll fill up literally half of their room.
yeah, with all these Gucci and Prada and bags surrounding her. And when you see that and you're young and you don't really have to understand the concept of what real love is, you're gonna be like, oh, so I need that stuff. That's how I know a person loves me, or that's how I know
if he
that's
gets
the right
roses,
relationship
a teddy
for me.
bear, chocolates, and all that, he loves me. And then a guy saying to himself, I love her if I give her all this stuff, and that's the only thing that she should need from me. If I give you stuff, you should give me love.
Right.
It's like a quid pro quo equation, and it's just screwing up relationships. It's just screwing people.
Did you just buck at the camera?
Screwing people over.
It is though.
Yeah, just welcome. Just welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on that little bell so that way you know when we post new videos.
And when we say share, it's not just about sharing on your social media. Also, literally share with your friends. I love when I see like somebody say, "I showed you guys to my mom, and now she watches y'all," and stuff like that. I think that's so dope.
I think, yeah. When I say share, I would just say you don't even have to share us.
Watch us at your lunchroom table with your friends. Y'all know y'all be on your phones.
We would love for y'all to share us, but I would much so rather you just at least share some enlightenment with somebody. Like
even if it stems a conversation between your friends and stuff.
Conversation.
Yeah, that is the goal. You're right.
I really just want y'all to benefit as much as possible. And I'm sure she feels the same way. What we do is fun, but it's more so to help you guys. So we hope it helps. We love you. We appreciate you. We will see y'all maybe next week.
Hopefully.
Probably. Prayerfully.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Peace, love, hair grease.